Okay, I'm here at Red Agency. I'm talking to Chris Roberts. He's the Vice President and Managing Director of Parrot, and we're going to be having a look at the ZIC 2. Hello. So, g'day. Good to see you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking the time. So we're here today to present the Parrot ZIC 2.0.
Yep.
My first question is, are you aware of the first generation of Parrot ZIC?
I knew there was one, but I never actually got to try it.
Okay, so I'll give you a very quick overview of the first generation of ZIC, because this is obviously how the 2.0 evolved.
Yeah.
So the Parrot ZIC was our first set of headphones, jointly developed with Philippe Starck.
Yeah, I remember that bit now, you told me this.
As the 2.0 is as well. We launched those in around about October 2012, so they've been out in the market for a couple of years. For us, the Parrot ZIC brought everything into one set of headphones, which, okay, it's an easy thing to say, but what does that actually mean? So what we had with the Parrot ZIC is we had cool design with Philippe Starck. We had a lot of innovation with the noise cancelling, with a touch panel control, and we had an app whereby you could tune the music to your way of listening to things.
Sure.
So this was the base of where we were starting from. So how do we build on what was such a great product? Well, we managed to do that on a number of levels with the ZIC 2.0.
Did anyone make jokes about getting zicky with it?
Zicky with it?
Yeah.
Not until today, mate.
Okay, well, I always like coming with some crazy
But I'll use that one in future.
Sure, please do.
So with the ZIC 2.0,
Yep.
the first thing you'll notice is some absolute striking colours.
Yeah.
So we are launching a range of 6 products. These will be available from next week, so from around about the 12th of November in Australia with retailers such as Apple, with Myer, with Tech2Go and leading hi-fi stores.
Yeah.
There'll be 499 Australian dollars. And as I just mentioned, striking range of 6 colours. So starting at the bottom, we have the yellow, the black, the white, the blue, the mocha, and the orange.
Sure. And I'm sure you probably can't really say anything, but it's fascinating you said Apple, because of course Apple just got rid of the Bose headphones because they got Beats. So you must still have a good relationship with them, which is good.
Yes. So, how did we evolve the first generation of ZIC into the 2.0? So this is the question that needs to be answered. So first of all, the object itself, what have we done? Well, we've made it 17% lighter. So the new ZIC 2.0 is coming in 270 grams.
Yeah.
So 1.5 year effort purely to make the product lighter, with still keeping a very contemporary design. So that's the first element of the object. The second element is, as we like to say, we've doubled the comfort. How have we doubled the comfort? We've got a brand new engineered headband. So the headband is slightly longer, and it's got an ultimate amount of padding in there. So you get a real extra amount of comfort on the brow of the head as well. Then on the cup side, totally new cups, extra cushioning, and also the overall size of the cups is slightly bigger to give a better on-ear feel as well. Thus, you get double the comfort.
Right.
So that's the first part with the object in terms of the extra comfort and the above all much more lighter.
Yeah.
Then it's really where Parrot comes into its own, is with the on the engineering side. So just a footnote on that, at Parrot we're all about software, all about innovation. So there's 900 of us globally, of which 50% are R&D. So a huge investment in the R&D. And what we've done with the ZIC 2.0 is we've really pushed the boundaries in terms of the noise cancelling. So with this product, we have 2 new patents. The first one is adaptive noise cancelling. So noise cancelling basically puts you in a cocoon. It means that you can't hear what's going on in the outside world.
Unless it's screaming babies on planes, which nobody can noise cancel yet.
Potentially. So what we've done with our technology, we've got a whole network of microphones. So there's actually 8 microphones on this product, of which 6 of them are purely to do with noise cancelling.
And that would be the most of any set of headphones. I haven't heard of people having 8.
We have 6 for noise cancelling, and we have 2 for hands-free. So there's a huge network of microphones that are constantly monitoring what's going on. What the adaptive noise cancelling does basically is it will be monitoring what's going on outside, and it will be in the outside environment, and it will be just tuning the noise cancelling in your little cocoon, in your bubble, as to what you need, because noise cancelling sitting on a bus and walking down the street or in a very, very noisy place is totally different to using it in the office. So it's just very subtly adjusting it. The second part is a brand new mode called street mode. And what street mode does, street mode will actually listen to the acoustics, the noises outside, and it will re-inject those back into the cup. Right. So what street mode then does, as the name may give the idea, it will give you the ambient noise of what's going on in the street, so you can be more in tune with what's going on in the street with car horns and with crossing the road, etc.
Yeah, to avoid people getting run over when they're not paying attention.
The other part of street mode is very important for the hands-free telephone use of this. And what street mode does, if you've ever used a set of noise-cancelling headphones on hands-free, of course you can't hear your voice. So when a call comes in, you would, in theory, tend to yell because you can't hear your voice and you overcompensate. So, which is not good phone etiquette. So what we've done with the ZIG 2.0, we've introduced street mode, and what street mode does for hands-free use is that I'm listening to music, I've got my adaptive noise cancelling on, a call will come in, so it will suspend my music, it will suspend the noise cancelling, it will switch it to street mode, and what street mode then does, of course, it tunes my voice into the ambient acoustics, which means I'm not yelling. So it's ideal for hands-free conversation.
Is there a button to activate that?
You can activate.
Because, I mean, one of the other headphone manufacturers talked about you put that on so that when you're on the plane and they're offering you something to drink, you just tap that and ask for whatever it is without having to take it.
Well, there's a couple of different things you can do with the ZIG 2.0. Because there's a touch panel control, you can actually suspend music just by a touch. Because there's a presence sensor here, you can actually just drop the headphones off and it will pause the music. Or you can turn street mode on and off from the app, and it's just as simple, and I'll show you the app in a while, but it's as simple as just dragging your finger on the touch panel of the smartphone or the tablet. So the next evolution of the product is autonomy. So a big challenge with headphones that have got so much technology in them is obviously the battery life. And what we've done with the ZIG 2.0, we have three modes. We have a flight mode, which gives you 18 hours of autonomy. We have an eco mode, which gives you 7 hours of autonomy. And we have a standard mode, which gives you 6 hours of autonomy. And the basic difference between the two is that when you're in flight mode, you're using the line in. And
so no wireless?
So you're not using wireless, you're using line in. You've still got your noise cancelling, but you don't have your wireless Bluetooth. And then in the normal mode, you've got basically everything. You've got Bluetooth, you've got noise cancelling, you've got all your sound effects, everything turned on. So it's just different ways to manage your usage.
Sure. And so the difference between the two modes that have Bluetooth on, those last two?
The regular mode has Bluetooth turned on, where your eco mode doesn't. So with eco mode, you're using sound effects and noise cancelling, where with...
but it's cabled.
Correct, that's right. Also, with the ZIG 2.0, if your battery does run flat, if you're on a real long flight, and your battery runs flat, don't worry, you can still plug the 3.5 line-in cable.
So it still works.
You don't need a battery life to use it line-in.
As a pair of headphones.
Correct, which ultimately is what should happen.
We then get on to the hands-free part. Now, from an engineering perspective, it is a huge challenge to achieve good quality hands-free from over-ear headphones that are used in an external environment. And we've had a team of engineers work non-stop purely on this. It's one of Parrot's core competencies, the DSP technology in hands-free, and this is a huge effort that we've done. So as I already mentioned earlier, we've introduced the street mode into the hands-free. Further than that, we've embedded HD voice, which is phone and network dependent, but this is up and coming. We've also introduced voice recognition so that it will work with Siri and with Google Voice. Furthermore than that, this has embedded into it the Parrot text-to-speech. Now, Parrot text-to-speech is an intelligent voice recognition system as well, and what that does, as soon as you pair and connect your mobile phone, it will instantly know the name of every contact you've got in your phone book. And what that actually...
As long as you click yes on iPhone to say.
Yes, on an Android you need to accept to transfer the phone book, but you only have to do that once when you first pair and connect. This does have NFC easy pairing connection for NFC enabled devices as well. But once you've paired and connected and your phone book's automatically transferred, when an incoming call comes in, it will know the name of what that person is if they're saved in your phone book.
And it'll speak it to you?
It will, exactly. So that's exactly what text-to-speech does. So I'm listening to my music, and say Jackie will call me, and it'll pause the music, incoming call Jackie, and it'll ask me, do I want to accept or reject?
And you just speak it.
Exactly.
And if it is a number that for a contact that's not in your phone book, does it tell you just the number, 04 something?
No, it'll just say incoming call. So this is another new element of the hands-free use. Then we've gone a step further with a new jawbone sensor. So what the jawbone sensor does, oddly enough, is sense the movement in your jawbone, because when you speak, the lower frequency of your voice is picked up by the movement in your jawbone. So with all that network of microphones, with all of the noise reduction technology, plus the jawbone sensor, it's analysing even further those noises, those frequencies, and it's making the clarity of call even better.
So even if you're in the busiest street with the most amount of noise, because it's getting those vibrations, it's still able to then turn that into your voice.
Yes.
I mean, that's military technology that they'll use on battlefields.
So it's when you add all of these individual elements together, that is when you really can start to create such a better experience in terms of hands-free. Then we move on to what we've done in the app.
Sure.
And I'll run through the app, then we'll then immerse you in the product. So the app itself, it's a brand new app, as you would expect for a brand new product. So we've got.
It looks like ET, of course.
Well, this is these are the Parrot Mini drones.
Yeah,
so these are the Jumping Sumo and the Rolling Spider that we launched
just
recently, which are
I played with them. They're very cool.
a lot of fun.
Yeah,
very cool. So we have an app today already on iOS and on Android, and it will be soon be launched on Windows Mobile 8.1.
Yeah.
So the app itself. What we try to do with the app is create an experience for the user that they can very, very simply, at the swipe of a finger, change the elements of how they're listening to music. At the end of the day, it's your music, they're your ears, you know how you want to listen to music, and the way you listen to it is different to the way I listen to it. And classical music or hip-hop music, dance music, it needs to be listened to a different way. So what we wanted to create is a very simple way that you could tune the ZIC 2.0 to your music.
And just as you're doing that, to turn the volume up and down.
Yes.
Slide your
Yeah.
finger down.
You've still got on the right hand cup. You've still got the up and down for volume.
Yeah.
You've got back and forth for track.
Yeah.
You can pause and play. You can accept and reject calls. You can activate the voice recognition.
Right.
So all from this very, very nice touch panel control.
Yeah. An invisible touch panel control.
Exactly.
Cool.
So on the app itself. And today there's as much effort made on the app as there is on the product. So, what we have in the app.
How do you know which is left and right? This is the right? Is
Well,
the R button?
there is LNR written
I was
on
looking for it. Yeah.
on the products, on the headphones themselves.
Okay, there we go.
LNR.
There we go. Yeah, I was looking at
In the nice Starck font.
Yeah. Okay, well that makes sense. And I was thinking as well, because that's where the power button is.
Yes.
Anyway,
Okay, so we've got tip just while you're on the power button
Yeah.
side. We're looking at the headphones. You've got trademark Philippe Starck, where more is less, less is more.
Yeah.
So you've just got an on and off button, 3.5 line in, and the micro USB for charging.
And
That's it.
How long does it take to charge?
It takes 2.5 hours to charge.
Full charge. Good.
Spare battery is available as accessories.
Yeah, where does that go?
The spare battery goes underneath the cup here. So you just lift off the cup, and the spare battery just lifts in there.
Check it out. Very nice. It'd be cool if it actually was a spare battery that worked with the Jumping Sumo, or the Spider. You can always pull it out. It looks like the same sort of battery.
Yeah, yes, similar, but there's a bit more, bit more power in this one.
Yeah. Sorry, back to the
app. Back to the app. So, very, very intuitive app. So the first thing you'll notice on the app is you've got some shortcut buttons for the purists that want to turn off noise control, turn off the equalizer, turn off the sound effects, and just have a purist product. So we've put some shortcuts in there. However, just very, very simply going to the app and swiping across, you can very, very easily adjust the noise cancelling. And you remember earlier on, I was talking about simply one swipe of your finger. Now, what you can do with the noise cancelling, you can go from maximum noise cancelling, you can go to
somewhere in the middle,
middle of the road. Then you can start getting into street mode, and then maximum street mode.
Yeah.
And when you immerse yourself in the headphones in a bit, I strongly recommend that you just do a test of this, because you will actually hear
the difference
The outside
instantly
world coming in, yeah.
as you are doing this. It is
Sure.
it is as simple as that.
And is there a percentage? I know that.
Well, you'll actually get a decibel reading.
No, but I mean, is there a quoted percentage for the noise cancelling?
No.
No. Because I know one of the other vendors has decided, no, we're not going to do that either. Just listen to it and you'll see for yourself.
Exactly, and that's very much what I recommend to do.
Sure.
We've then gone a step further with the new equalizer settings, and again, it's as simple as dragging your finger around or swiping your finger, whether you want a sound more pop, deeper bass, a bit more punchy bass, club, crystal or vocal, and you're literally just dragging your finger around and using it like so, and it changes the sound.
Yeah.
We've then got the Parrot concert hall effect, and this is where you can change the environment of what the sound is, whether it's silent room, living room, jazz club, concert hall, and then also the angle of where the sound is coming from.
Right.
So from 30 degrees right the way around to 180, you can it will change using our software exactly where the music is coming from in the headphones. And then silent room or living room is a bit more your normal, and then if it's a bit of jazz music or it's a live band or whatever, you can put it into the jazz or into the concert hall.
Sure.
Then there is a totally new element that we've introduced here with the ZIG 2.0, which is all about presets. And there's three elements of the presets. There's create your own presets. There's sharing your presets with the ZIG 2.0 community.
Yeah.
And then there's also we've launched some premium presets, which are via artists from all over the world. So we're just starting on this journey now.
And these are add-in purchases or?
No, it's free.
They're bonus.
We're Parrot, these kind of things are free, the app's free.
Cool.
These kind of things are free. So at the moment there's a selection of different artists from around the world. If we just take, we've got DJ Jazzy Jeff here from the US, and you can download free of charge his presets. So this is his music, and it's tuned on the ZIG the way he would listen to it, or the way the artist wants their music listened to.
Sure.
So you can download that, and when you're immersed in the product, you'll be able to hit the create your own preset, and you'll be able to literally all of the different sound effects on a traditional equalizer. You can just very simply move your finger along here, and you are changing the frequency and changing the noise. You go next, and then you can decide whether you want the sound effects on, in terms of whether it's jazz club, living room, and the angle of the sound, etc. You can then save that. You can add a photograph to it. You can preset it with a name. But then what you can do is you can actually audio tag it. Smart audio tag means that every time something comes up, how you've named it, either the genre or the artist, it will change the presets automatically.
So, excuse me, is this working in the background to the standard built-in music player app, or does this play your music for you?
It's via your music that's already on your smartphone or your tablet.
So, but I mean, does this have to stay running in the background?
The app does, yes.
Which is normal, nothing unusual with that. But if you turn it off though, then you don't get that preset.
If you turn off the app,
it goes back to default settings.
It doesn't go back to default settings, it goes back to the last settings that you changed in the app.
Sure.
So if your battery runs flat or whatever, it will be the last way that you had set everything.
Sure. Which is fine.
Then on the home page, you've got a news feed, which gives you all the latest Parrot news about your product, if a new software update's available.
And that's obviously just wireless.
And that's wireless, yes. And then if there's new presets available, you've got the tuned by, so you can access premium. Would be an artist, connoisseur is us sharing our music.
Nice name for everyday people.
And
presets.
Presets. So this is where you can start turning them on and off and viewing them. And then you've got in your settings, you can change the Bluetooth name. You can turn on and off the presence sensor, because some people want the choice. You've got an automatic Bluetooth reconnection feature that you can turn on and off. You've also got an automatic power down mode, so you can time it between 5 and 60 seconds. So when it doesn't see movement, when you've taken them off, anything from 5 to 60 seconds, it'll automatically turn them off. Your text-to-speech, that's where you install the language of text-to-speech. It's default at 0, and you just put whether you want English, French, or which we've got a whole multitude of languages that you can choose from. And then you can see what software version you're using, and you can, as you just correctly said, you can update your software
over the Bluetooth connection.
The only thing you haven't got is probably come in the Parrot Zig, 5.0, where you have nano, leather, and you'll just change the colour right there, and it'll change to one of those colours. I'm sure that's still to come. That would be cool, but it's a bit impossible at the moment.
One thing that does remind me though, that if you purchase the mocha, or you purchase the blue, or the orange, or the white, or the yellow, the app is the same colour as the product you buy. So the app will be the background colour of the somewhere.
Yeah,
sort of
a bit of synergy. Yeah, you're getting.
And then finally, you've got a shortcut to turn on the flight mode, and also you can then go into your profiling. You can change your settings. You can add a photograph and all of those kinds of things for the sort of ZIG 2.0 community. So with that, what is left for me to do is to play some music. Now we have a playlist of music on here, which firstly, let's turn on product. We will make a Bluetooth connection, and then I would recommend that you make a test. Very much go through the app, move the noise cancelling, because you'll then hear it's instant. You'll hear the difference between the modes. So we've got a connection there. So when I place these on my head, the music should start.
Yeah, I can already hear a little bit in the background there.
So then it's a question of so now I've taken them off, they've automatically stopped. So when you place them on your head, they should start automatically. If you want to adjust, you can pull the adjustments left and right.
Yep.
And then you've got a nice bit of give in there as well.
Okay. Okay, it started playing.
So that's the purest. And then it's about scrolling.
That's volume up.
Yep.
Volume down. And that's the battery life, obviously. Yep. Yeah.
And then you can start scrolling, and then you should start then to get the difference between maximum noise cancelling when you can't hear a word I'm saying. So I can't hear absolutely anything.
Okay. Let's turn it back up again.
And then if you start moving into street mode, you should now start just about
to hear.
It's now injecting parts of my conversation back into the ear.
Yeah. So if I turn it down a bit, I can hear more clearly. But yeah, I can definitely hear myself down.
So it's just injecting the sound back in, subtly, not overpoweringly.
Sure. Let me just turn it back up again.
And then you've got nothing. You can't hear a thing of what I'm doing. Then you can be punching.
It's definitely noise. I mean, you want to turn it up a bit more as well. But yeah, that works. And then back to street mode. Straight away you can hear yourself. You want to turn it down a bit, because otherwise the sound.
But you're interestingly adjusting your level of voice when you're speaking as well. You're
obviously doing that as a subconscious thing.
Yeah, it's normal.
A subconscious thing.
And then you get the instant change in the parameters of the music through the equalizer.
I can't hear what you're saying. Even though I had it too loud. But that's instant. I have seen other Bluetooth devices where you change it, and it can take a second or two for the.
No, this is instant.
Yeah. So this is using Bluetooth 4.
We're using Bluetooth 3.0.
Okay, so
and we were using 2.1 on the previous generation.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll hit stop on the thing.
Okay.
But that's great.
No worries.
So just before I do, which day should it be in stores again?
It will be in store. It starts rolling into stores from the middle of next week, from the 12th.
And JB Hi-Fi.
So we'll be with Apple.
Yeah,
so Apple Online and Apple Store. We will be with Maya.
Yeah.
We will be with Tech2Go, and we will be with leading hi-fi stores. $499, and the range of 6: orange, mocha, blue, white, black, yellow.
Okay.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
No worries.